I'm Cor Oosterwijk. I'm representing patients and children and parents in this project. I'm working for a Dutch umbrella organization of patient organizations. So we have about 70 patient organizations as a member of our organization. We are working on pediatric clinical research. We are working on rare diseases. We are working on genetic diseases. All from the patient perspective. And I'm also working at the European level for a similar patient organization. I think it's important because nowadays there is not enough clinical research going on in the pediatric field. I think it's important because in several areas in the world there's a negative view on clinical research, and especially on clinical research for children. And I think we need to change that attitude by showing that parents and children really want more clinical research and want good quality of clinical research, and we want to contribute to that. Well, my main objective is to stimulate more interaction between pediatricians, between sponsors of clinical research, between everybody involved in clinical research from the medical professional side, and parents, patients, children and their organization, because I think that interaction will stimulate the quantity and the quality of the pediatric clinical research. And nowadays that interaction does not take place sufficiently. It's well developed in some countries, but in most countries it's more top-down research instead of involving the end users of the research. Well, one of the main challenges is that big pharmaceutical companies think of involving parents and children and their organizations at the early phase. Because when we ask for patient and parent involvement in research, we often hear, okay, the protocol has already been made by the headquarters in the States or in whatever country, and nothing can be changed anymore. So early involvement of parents and involving their view is very important, and it should also take place at that level of pharmaceutical companies. Well, that's also a responsibility from our side to show that early involvement of patients, of parents, of children really contributes to have this clinical research accepted, that it contributes to the quality, that it does not delay the research. We have to show that from best practices all over the world in order to convince people who are skeptical about this kind of what's called social innovation. Well, I think that once GRIP is finished, I think it should not finish because there's still a lot of implementation work to be done. But the added value will be that we, together with other consortium partners, have developed guidelines both for medical professions and for parents, children, on how to really make this work, this interaction with each other. We are from different worlds. How to combine these worlds and how to really have communication at a level that we understand each other. I think that GRIP can and will contribute to this aspect of cooperation between those separate worlds.